Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we are doing our final 2025 NFL mock draft on the YouTube channel. We've been doing mock drafts throughout this entire process, and today is, as this is going up, today is the day. It's NFL Draft Day. I'm sure some of you will be watching the movie Draft Day. I, of course, will be watching the movie Draft Day. It's going to be an entertaining night. Now, I'm recording this Wednesday night. So as I'm uploading this, there could be more news and rumors coming out. So again, that's on me for doing it a little late, but this is the only time I'm able to do it. So I'm going to give you what I think is going to happen, kind of in a sense, from all the news and rumors I have gathered. So without further ado, let's start this mock draft. One thing I'm also going to mention too in this mock draft, I am not doing any trades. Not only because PFF, the site I'm using, I'm not subscribed to it, so I can't make trades. I also think it's much more fun to not predict trades. I think it's more fun to, what the team picks is what the player or whatever the team is in the draft order, they have to stay there. I hate predicting trades. Trades are like usually you can't predict that. Anyway, we're going to start. So according to news, per Adam Schefter, per another news outlet, apparently the Titans have talked to Cam Ward and said they will be selecting him number 1 overall tomorrow night or today. So I think it's good. I think the Titans get their quarterback of the future. Should he start right away? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Maybe they go Will Levis. I don't know. But yeah, the Titans go Cam Ward. I think that's a great decision. You get the quarterback. Probably he should start over Will Levis, Titans fans. But the Titans get their quarterback of the future. So yeah, Titans get Cam Ward. I'm more of a Shedeur Sanders guy than Cam Ward. I still think Cam Ward is going to be good. I also think Shedeur Sanders is going to be good. We'll talk about Shedeur Sanders in a little bit, but it is going to be Cam Ward number 1, assuming it should be Cam Ward, as well as the Cleveland Browns. They have also contacted Travis Hunter, and they told him they will be selecting him at number 2. Is that a smokescreen? I don't know. But according to Peter Schrager yesterday, or on Tuesday, the news broke that Cleveland, as well as the New York Giants, are looking to trade down. So, I mean, there's a multitude of options here. So if you're Cleveland, trading down, I mean, they could. Now, if you're Cleveland, the Steelers need a quarterback, and there's Shedeur Sanders. If you're Cleveland, I'm sure you're not trading with the Steelers for a quarterback. Maybe who else needs a quarterback on these lower halves? I mean, maybe the Saints trade up to get Shedeur. The Bears could also trade up for Ashton Jeanty. We'll go over them in a minute. But Cleveland, there's no trade back. I'm just going to go off the news and rumors that they will be selecting Travis Hunter. That is great. Cleveland gets another corner to pair with what's his name? Denzel Ward. He's also getting up there in age. They also get another receiver for receiver help. I'm sure Travis Hunter will just start at DB to start, but he could probably have some packages in the receiver, and that helps out that offense tremendously. Now, the New York Giants, I'm just going to say this. They're also looking to trade down. So this could be a trade down with the Bears, the Saints, maybe the Steelers, quarterback needy teams. But I'm going to say this about the Giants. I'm going to start off by saying this. I think with the news and rumors, they're going to select Abdul Carter. Do I agree with that? No, I don't, because here's why, Giants fans. Abdul Carter, listen, this is nothing against Abdul Carter. I think Abdul Carter is going to be great. But the Giants need a quarterback of the future. I get it. You have Jameis Winston. You have Russell Wilson. I think they're both under 1-year deals. I'm here to tell you, Giants fan, I hope Giants fans are in agreement with this. Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston are not the answer. If I'm the Giants, I'm taking Shedeur Sanders. And let me tell you why. Well, guess what? Shedeur Sanders, he gets to sit the bench the first year. Now, I get it, Brian Daboll and Joe, their GM's on the hot seat. But, dude, you're telling me you're going to go with Russell. I mean, maybe they're waiting for next year quarterback class. If they keep their job this year, maybe they get a quarterback next year. I never thought of that. But, again, I think they should go Shedeur Sanders. You get your quarterback of the future. You build around him. I mean, maybe this would be, honestly, if the Giants could trade back and still get Shedeur Sanders, I think that'd be great. But the problem I have, the Giants selected Daniel Mother effing Jones but they won't select Shedeur Sanders. That is crazy to me. I don't know what the issue is with Shedeur Sanders. I don't know why he's falling. I think he's the best quarterback in the class, if you ask me. Some people are saying Milroe and Dart are better than him. I think you people are smoking crack. Again, I don't watch as much film as I like to because I have a school. I'm in school. I do job hopefully next year. When I'm out of school, I can put more effort into this. Patriots. They're gonna select Will Campbell. The Patriots are seemingly very much in love with Will Campbell. In previous mocks, I gave him Andre Menbu because of this combine, but it seems like the Patriots are really in love with Will Campbell. Again, you guys know I'm high on Will Campbell. I think he's going to be he has gold jacket potential in my eyes. He played in the SEC, and yes, the arm length is a concern, but he played in the SEC, and he was, doing really good at LSU. So if he can do it with the short arms at LSU and the SEC, I think he'll just be fine in the NFL. And the Patriots get their blocker for Drake May. Jaguars. I don't know what the Jaguars are doing. There are 3 players here that the Jaguars can trade. By the way, Patriots could also trade down, maybe with the Bears, because Ashton Jeanty. But anyway, here's the Jaguars. The Jaguars have 3 players that could go here at 5. I think this is really when the draft starts, in my opinion, because I think these are really locks. The Jaguars could go either 3 players. Number 1, there are rumors out there about them taking Ashton Jeanty. And I'm here to tell you, Jaguars fan, I think the Jaguars taking Jeanty at 5 would be very, very dumb. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Jaguars, they need help on the D-line. They need a receiver option for Trevor Lawrence to pair with Brian Thomas Jr. And you already have Travis Etienne Jr. I don't know why you would draft Jeanty at 5. That makes 0 sense unless reports are saying they feel like Ashton Jeanty could carry their offense, which is true. But you need help elsewhere. You need offensive linemen to protect Lawrence. I get it. Will Campbell just went. You could maybe go Menbu in this situation. You could go McMillan and pair him up with Ryan Thomas Jr. and get Trevor Lawrence another weapon, or you can go get help on the D-line. So there's 3 players. Like I said, Ashton Jeanty. The other one is Tetarana McMillan, and the other one is Mason Graham. I feel like the Jaguars need help on that interior D-line, so I'm giving to Mason Graham. I have seen mock drafts recently. Mason Graham's fallen. The Dolphins may be able to get him at 13, but I think the Jaguars would be making a mistake taking Jeanty. McMillan's not a bad pick either because they need a weapon for Trevor Lawrence, another weapon, if you will, but they just need help on that D-line, and I think Mason Graham could be. You put him with Trevon Walker and put him with Eric Armstead, and Eric Armstead's up there. But Mason Graham he would help that Jaguars defense so much. And if you were a Las Vegas Raiders fan, if you're the Las Vegas Raiders in this situation, I have the mock draft going, you're smiling ear to ear right now because you're going to take Ashton Jeanty. Now, I did see a rumor that the Raiders could also take Andre Menbu at 6, which wouldn't be a bad pick, but I think they're gonna I think they love Ashton Jeanty. I think they really do. That's why I think they're gonna take him at 6 if he goes there. Now, again, well, speaking of Ashton Jeanty, you could see him go to the Jaguars. The Chicago Bears really love Jeanty, but are the Bears really gonna trade from 10 to 4 to go to the Patriots? Are they gonna trade up to 2 or 3? I don't think so. I think they could also get a lineman or an edge rusher. I don't think Jeanty is worth going from 10 to 4 or 5. Go to 4 or 3 or 2. But I think Jaguars are putting out a smokescreen about this Jeanty stuff. I think the Raiders would be smiling with Ashton Jeanty. I think that's a home run pick. Menbu is not a bad pick either there. The Jets. I'm hearing smoke screens about Tyler Warren to the Jets. I don't think they should do that. I think that would be a stupid pick if you were the Jets. I think we need to invest in that offensive line, get Fields some protection. I'm going wait, let me try his name again. Armandi Menbu. I'd probably butcher his first name, but if I'm the Jets, you got Justin Fields running quarterback. Justin Fields has really not had an O-line. I get it. They just drafted the Penn State tackle. But again, you saw with the Eagles, O-line wins Super Bowls. D-line wins Super Bowls. Jets get 2 tackles for the future. Is Fields the guy? We don't know. I think the Jets could look quarterback next year. But I think Fields he needs protection, man. He needs protection. I like Fields. I was a big believer with him in Chicago, and it didn't work out. Now he's with the Jets, and I'm kind of rooting against him because I am a Dolphins fan. But yeah, get protection for Menbu. I also have heard a rumor about the Jets. It also could be Jahad Barron. Look out for that one. Jahad, I heard comparisons. Apparently, Aaron Glenn, he was DB, and apparently they think he's like an Aaron Glenn type corner. Watch out for that Jahad Barron thing, but I think they should just go invest in Fields, go get him some protection. The Panthers, it seems like the Panthers are going defense as much as Tetairon McMillan. I think he has also go jack potential. I'm seeing Panthers fans. I'm checking the Panthers websites. They're all saying they need help on the edge. And it seems like a consensus with Panthers fans. They like, if he's not he's not an edge on here. He's a linebacker. That's right. Jalon Walker. Apparently the Panthers fans love him. I'm going to give the Panthers fans what they want. Jalon Walker. Still don't, I don't know about him, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I haven't done it in weeks. But Jalon Walker, good edge rusher, good linebacker. Panthers need help there, and they seemingly love Jalen Walker. I have the Saints selecting Shedeur Sanders. I don't know why Shedeur Sanders is falling. I don't know what the hate is with Shedeur Sanders. In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback in this class. I don't know what the hate is. I don't know if it's because it's Deion's son. I don't know if it's something else. But I love Shedeur Sanders. I think he's going to be the best quarterback in this class. If this happens, if Shedeur Sanders is fallen, if Shedeur Sanders gets to 13, maybe the Miami Dolphins select him. If the Miami Dolphins take Shedeur Sanders at 13, I'm jumping for joy. If they pass on Shedeur, expect a big rant. I will be live for the draft. I believe at 7:00 we'll be live for the draft. We'll be live for the draft Thursday. We will also be live on Friday for the draft. So come by. It's gonna be an NFL watch party. Anyway, Shedeur Sanders, news about Derek Carr. He might not be ready to go. Saints have a lot of cap issues right now. Shedeur Sanders could fix that. Back on the rookie. You got a quarterback on the rookie contract. Maybe that can solve it. Plus, we don't know if Derek Carr is really going to be the guy going forward for New Orleans. I mean, he's up there in age, guys. He's very old. And I think I heard Saints fans say, if Shedeur Sanders is there, we better take him. We better not pass on him. And I agree. Shedeur to New Orleans. Next up, the Bears. I love this pick for the Bears. Omarion Hampton. You're probably thinking, Greg, Omarion Hampton, what if we could use an edge rusher there? Maybe if Menbu falls, we could take him. I just think Ben Johnson with the David Montgomery and the Jamar Gibbs he had there, think he wants to have either Genty or Omarion Hampton there. Omarion Hampton at 10, you could say a reach, but, people said Jamar Gibbs was a reach at, 12 in his draft, and look at it now. So maybe people will say it's a reach now, but I think Ben Johnson will have a plan for him. I've been saying Omarion Hampton to the Bears for the last couple mock drafts. I think it come through fruition, unless if Menbu somehow is on the board with the Bears pick, then maybe they go Menbu. But I'm going Omarion Hampton to the Bears. Now this pick for the Niners, I don't know how to feel about it, but I have them taking Shamar Stewart. Most of these picks, by the way, I made sure to look beforehand if they met with the team, because that plays some type of aspect, because usually if the team meets with the player, they're usually to take that. They didn't meet with Will Johnson, so that maybe could be a sign, but maybe they still go Will Johnson. But Shamar Stewart wasn't that good in college as far as production-wise. He's got a lot of upside, he's got a lot of upside. I think Robert Saleh would be hammering down for this guy. He might be pushing for this guy. Robert Saleh, the new 49ers DN coach, he might be able to bring Stewart to his potential. And you pair him with Nick Bosa. Excuse me. You pair him with Nick Bosa, you got a dangerous edge threat. If you get Shamar Stewart to his potential, you pair him with Nick Bosa, that could be a dangerous combo for the Niners. Get it, Niners. The Niners need O-line help. They also lost Tre'Davious Ward, so maybe Will Johnson makes sense. But I'm going Shamar Stewart. They met with him. They didn't meet with Will Johnson. That's why I'm kind of going Shamar Stewart there. Cowboys. This is kind of an also weird pick. I did like 3 mock drafts. I actually had the Cowboys selecting Membu, but the reason why I also had Membu going to the Jets is I hired Peter Schrager today on NFL Live. If Membu's there, that's going to be the pick, and not because he had Tyler Warren to the Jets, but if Membu was there, he would take him. So I'm like, oh shit, I redid the draft. I gave the Jets Membu. And then for the Cowboys, I was just going over their lists of the players they met, and I'm like, this name kind of sneaks out. I'm high on this name. Teteron, I'm giving the Cowboys Teteron McMillan. You're probably like, Greg, the Cowboys, we need edge rushers. We need linemen. We take a receiver for what? What are we going to do with another receiver? Listen, I don't like the pick either. I just feel like that's something the Cowboys would do. I don't know. Again, I do this for fun. And I'm trying to get every pick right. I don't think I'm going to get every pick right. But I think they're going to try to pair him with CeeDee Lamb. I think they're going to try to pair McMillan with CeeDee Lamb. I'm high on McMillan. I think he has gold jacket potential. But I just think the Cowboys would be dumb enough to do something like that. I mean, the Cowboys, they have to pay Micah Parsons. Are they going to replace him? They also need help on the O-line. So maybe you could say, Greg, this is a stupid pick, but I'm going with the Jerry Jones is cuckoo in the head. Try to pair him or get Dak another weapon, I guess we can say. You pair McMillan and CeeDee Lamb. I don't know. I don't know, man. I once I gave Membu to the Jets, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So McMillan it is. I don't know if it's gonna happen though, guys. Miami Dolphins. Now listen, I'm not a fan of every team. I mean, I do watch the NFL. I follow the free agent stuff. I don't know all 31 teams. The only team I know are my beloved Miami Dolphins. Okay? So you could argue McMillan dumb pick on Cowboys fans come at me, okay? I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm telling you right the freaking now. The Dolphins need to trade down from 13. Okay? And I'll tell you why. We have so many holes. We have a potential Jalen Ramsey trade. Tyreek Hill is in trouble. Tua and whatever about him. We have so many holes on this team. We need to trade down. We don't have that many top picks. So if I'm the Dolphins, I'm hearing rumors that Denver wants to trade up. There was a rumor that Denver was trying to trade up for 5. There's a trade from Denver going from 20 to 5 brewing. If I'm Miami, they have to trade down. They almost have to trade. If we don't trade down, I may be a little upset depending on who we pick. Miami needs to trade down, point blank period. If Miami's not trading down, there's only one player that would make me not as upset. I mean, there's some players that I'm like, you could have traded. If they take a player at 13, I could be like, oh, maybe they could have traded down and got him. I just don't want the Dolphins to reach. I want the Dolphins to trade down, get some more picks. Will they trade down? Probably not. The player I want, this is Greg being selfish. I don't care. The Dolphins are probably going to do something that I don't want. But the one player I want is Nick Emmanwori, safety from South Carolina. I want him in Miami. This guy will change the defense around, in my opinion. I think this guy could be a leader. I think this guy could be really good for us. Now, some Dolphins fans are saying, well, we can take this guy, Andrew Metabuka. Listen, I like him too. Wouldn't be opposed to double dipping in safeties. I wouldn't be opposed. But I want Nick Emmanwori. I think he'd be really good for our team. I think he could change the culture, if you know what I mean. This guy came off the bench that his team was losing in a spring game and he came out. That's the type of energy we need in Miami. We need none of this soft pussy shit that Mike McGeek's preaching. Fuck Mike McGeek and his soft ass, that softy. I'm going on a tangent. I was trying to keep it PG. We need a dog. We need a leader. Nick Emmanwori. If the Dolphins stay at 13, that has to be the pick. But Miami, Chris Grier, if you're listening, he's probably not. Please trade down and get more picks, or stay at 13 and take Nick Emmanwori. Colts, easy pick here. Tyler Warren, easy pick there. I originally had him going Will Johnson, but that's before the Tyler Warren at the Jets, but I switched it around. Anyway, Tyler Warren, Colts were seemingly in on Brock Bowers. Last year, they get a Brock Bowers type of tight end. Brock Bowers is up here. Tyler Warren is kind of lower key. I mean, Brock Bowers is obviously better than, in my opinion, Brock Bowers is better than Tyler Warren. But I think that the Colts, they want a tight end. Maybe they go Tyler Warren. I don't, guys. I don't know what I'm saying at this rate. Anyway, Falcons, giving them the hometown boy help on the edge. Michael Williams. Falcons need edge. Keep the Georgia boy home. I mean, there's not much for me to say there. I think I've been mocking Michael Williams to the Falcons every mock draft pretty much, so nothing to say there. Cardinals, a little bit of intriguing one. I have them selecting Kenneth Grant. They did meet with Kenneth Grant. I think Kenneth Grant is a lot higher on people's boards than I think you guys think. They did meet with Kenneth Grant. That's kind of why I had them taking it. They also need help on the D-line interior. So I'm like, Kenneth Grant, why not? A lot of Dolphin fans are high on Kenneth Grant. Wouldn't be opposed to taking Kenneth Grant if the Miami Dolphins trade down. But of course, we can't do trades here. So we're gonna send Kenneth Grant to the Cardinals. This one I don't know how to feel about. I just saw that they met with him, so that's kind of why I'm taking him. I think I gave them James Pierce Jr. early in the draft process, but of course, character issues caused him to fall. I don't know. I don't remember what I did. Bengals need help on the edge. They get James Pierce Jr. They met with him. They met with also a bunch Matthew Golden. I'm like, what are the Bengals doing? I guarantee you the Bengals would take Matt. Bengals probably would take Matthew Golden, honestly, but that would be pretty dumb. But they need help on defense. They met with James Pierce Jr., so yeah, we'll give him James Pierce Jr. He'll probably end up falling out of the first round, knowing my luck when it comes to this. Seahawks. I'm giving them Jahad Campbell. Dolphin fans are high on one particular Dolphin fans are high on him. Seahawks met with Jahad Campbell. That's kind of the reason why I gave him. I actually had the Seahawks taking Jahad Campbell like every mock draft that team until I didn't. But Jahad Campbell would be nice for that Seahawks linebacker room. Big help to that defense. So yeah. And then the Bucks. I gave them this player early too. In the mock drafts, Mike Green, edge rusher. Again, I think he's also falling in the draft because of character issues as well. But I think he'll be a great fit for the Bucks. They need help on the edge. A lot of their edge rushers are up there in age. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention with Seattle too. I just realized this. Seattle, this could also be a quarterback. Maybe this is a Milrow. Maybe this is a Dart. But I think they should go Jahad Campbell. But back to the Bucks and Mike Green. He's going to fit there. Fits probably that Todd Bowles defense. And the edge rushers for Tampa are getting a little up there in age. So be a nice fit there. Another guy who I think I gave them early in the mock draft. I had the Broncos taking Colston Loveland early in the mock draft. Now I'm going back to Colston Loveland here for the Broncos. Broncos could use a tight end. I think they could also go Luther Burton in this situation. I think Luther Burton might be a better fit for the Broncos offense than Colston, or would be a good fit. Maybe they go Burton over Loveland. I think Loveland will thrive in this Sean Payton offense. I think Burton would too. I think it's either going to be Burton or Loveland. I'm going Loveland. I think he would help out that Sean Payton offense, give Bo Nix a security blanket for there. Steelers are rumored to be trading up for Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur Sanders falls, this is where he's going, in my opinion. But Shedeur, I have him going to the Saints. So with that being said, I still have the Steelers second quarterback. I have them selecting Jackson Dart. I don't know how PFF caused him to fall. This could also be Milrow, but I think the Steelers are in love with Dart, so they're going to take Dart. But if Shedeur gets, I think Shedeur would be better than Dart. So if I'm the Steelers, I'm looking to try to trade it. If Shedeur is just falling, you might want to get the phone ready and start trading up. But Dart, the Steelers need a quarterback. They're waiting on Rodgers. I don't know what Rodgers is doing. So they're going to take Dart, and he might be the starter. Dart the starter. 22 for the Chargers. I had them selecting Matthew Golden. A lot of people's number one in the receiving class. Chargers also need a weapon. I know they just signed Mike Williams back, but now you get a speedy. I think Matthew Golden's 6'2", I don't know if I can click on his PFF. Is he 6'2"? Does it show it on here? Oh, he's 6 foot. Oh, I was 2 inches off. Anyway, speedy guy. Gives Justin Herbert another weapon to build that offense. If Omarion Hampton is on the board, if he doesn't go to the Bears there, I could certainly see Jim Harbaugh taking Omarion Hampton there and the Chargers. If Colston Loveland's on the board, I think that's going to be the Chargers pick, but I'm going to go Matthew Golden since Colston Loveland's not there. Gives Justin Herbert another weapon there. Green Bay. This guy has been falling in my mock draft. Will Johnson. Now, reportedly, there's some injury concerns with Will Johnson. That's why a lot of Dolphin fans are saying Barron over Will Johnson. I don't know if Will Johnson will fall to 22. Even if he does fall to 22, I don't think the Packers would necessarily take him because they have Jaire Alexander. He has injuries. I don't know if they want to have two corners that are injury prone, but I felt like the Packers need help at corner. Let's give him Will Johnson. I can't have him keep falling. You know what I mean? But yeah, Will Johnson. Vikings. I have them selecting Derek Harmon, lineman out of Oregon. Do not know much. Apparently, apparently one Dolphins fan I'm friends with does not like Derek Harmon. Apparently, he can't stop the run. He's bad in run game. But apparently, the Vikings did meet with Derek Harmon. That's kind of why I'm giving Derek Harmon there. I think Brian Flores has a plan for him. So, yeah, Harmon. I've been giving him interior line. I just went different, I guess. I think Brian Flores would have a plan for him, though. Texas, Houston Texans. I have them selecting tackle Kelvin Banks. They need help on the O-line. You could also go Emeka Egbuka, but I'm going on the O-line. Again, the Eagles won the Super Bowl with O-line and D-line. That's why I'm going protection. You can't have CJ Stroud be getting sacked 50 times. I mean, you can give CJ Stroud, he can have 400 yards a game. You want to be like the Bengals, bro? You want to be like the Bengals that have like Joe Burrow has like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, but he's getting hit every time. I don't know what I'm trying to make the analogy to, but get some Stroud some protection. Let's get him some protection. He needs protection. The Houston O-line was garbage last year. They just traded away Laremy Tunsil. They need to take O-lineman, I think. Get some Stroud some protection. There, the Rams. They did not meet with this guy, but I feel like they wouldn't be opposed to taking him, and that's Jahad Barron. I do not think Jahad Barron's going to go to 26. I think you could see the Jets the earliest. Miami is a possibility. Maybe Green Bay. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I had him falling. I had to get him in the first round. So I'm like, oh, the Rams, but they didn't meet with him. So I'm like, they'll probably take him anyway. Help. That's Rams secondary. The Ravens. I have them taking Malachi Starks. It seems, I don't know why Malachi Stark's been falling. I wouldn't be opposed if the Dolphins took him. Not at 13. I think we can trade back and get him. But Dolphins fans were talking about him. He's seemingly fallen. I feel like if he fell to the Ravens, that would be a home run pick. John Harbaugh's probably running to the podium with that. Pair him with Kyle Hamilton. There you go. The Lions. I have them taking Gray Zabel, the lineman from North Dakota State. Some people in Miami are saying, watch out, he could go 13. He could go 13 to Miami. I think that if Miami takes Gray Zabel at 13, I will be pissed the F off. Gray Zabel, great. Is he worth the 13 pick in my opinion? No, we can trade back and get him. But anyway, Detroit gets Gray Zabel. He can play anywhere on the O-line. Helps out Jared Goff. Get some protection. Now, I know the Lions need some edge help. But yeah, O-line, edges, you can't go wrong there. Commanders. I don't like this pick, but I'm giving them Emeka Egbuka. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I don't know why. I just don't know why. They got Debo, they got Scary Terry, Jaden Daniels. Now they get Emeka Egbuka. I mean, they need help on the defense. They need help on the interior O-line. And it feels like to me, all of them have went off the board. We'll get to Josh Simmons and why I have him going to where he's going, why I have him fallen. But if Jahad Campbell's there at 29, I think that would be a home run pick. I think the Commanders, if I'm being honest, I think they should look to trade down. I know we have Thomas. I know he's a Commanders fan. Thomas, how do you feel about Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Daniels, Scary Terry, and Debo? Would you be okay with that, or do you want them to address the O-line or defense? I don't know. I took a dart and I threw at the board and it landed on Emeka Ibuka. I don't know how to feel about that. Buffalo. So I have Walter Nolan going to the Bills to pair with Ed Oliver. I know Walter Nolan apparently has character issues. Again, the character issues I have concern with are like the off the field stuff. Are you like going like getting in car crashes, or are you doing that thing you shouldn't be doing? I'm not going to talk about it. Are you going to do like what Tyreek Hill's doing? I mean, you know what I mean? Like those are the character issues that I don't want you. But if you're like, on the field being a dick, I like that. I prefer if you're on the Dolphins, I mean, I want you to be a dick. I want you to get in that I want you to get in their face. I want you to get in their head. I want you to bully them, bro. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. And I know you can't talk to people like that, but dude, this is the NFL, okay? People, we want to win. I want winners. And if you're walking off the field during the game because you're losing or whatnot, that's the mentality I want. I don't want you to do that, but that's the mentality. I want my players to hate losing. I want my coaches to hate losing. And that's why Buffalo wins. They want to win. They get winners. They don't get losers like Miami. They get winners. Anyway, Chiefs, I have them taking Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons coming off an injury. That's why I have him fallen. Apparently he's met with the Chiefs. You could also see Josh Simmons maybe go up to the Rams, but I just the injury stuff concerns me. That's why I have him falling. And then the final pick, I have the Eagles selecting Donovan Ezoroku. I hope I did not butcher his name. And I gotta stop sharing so I can close this thing. Oh my god. PFF ads. So yeah, I have Donovan. He met with the Eagles. The Eagles just lost Josh Sweat, and they won the Super Bowl because of defense and the edge rushers in the trenches, and that's why I have them. Donovan Ezraku, I don't remember what he did. It was something he did good in the on-field drills or something like that. But ladies and gentlemen, that is my final 2025 mock draft. That's my final one I will do. Comment down below, how did I do? Did I do good for your team? Comment down below. As of this video is going up, we will be live for the NFL draft tonight at 7 o'clock. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some like mock drafts where I'll pick a team, go over what they should do in a sense, probably do that for an hour, let the time pass. We also, ladies and gentlemen, I should show you this too. If I can quit on this app, I want to show you guys something. This is what we're going to be looking at the entire night. This is my spreadsheet I have made. I might have to edit a few picks and whatnot, but this is the mock draft. This is the spreadsheet. My 2025 spreadsheet gives us something colorful to look at because I can't show I'm watching the draft on my TV. I can't show you the screen. I can't stream it. So we'll have this lovely, colorful thing here that will show like if Tennessee takes Cam Ward, we go boom, Cam Ward. Doesn't that look cool, guys? Doesn't that look cool? I don't know. I'm working out. But this is our mock draft final. So if, for example, if I get the Cam Ward pick goes 1, we get a green. If he doesn't go 1, we get a red and whatnot. And then, for example, if we had Tennessee, right? If Tennessee trades down the 2 and selects Cam Ward, then we give ourselves a yellow because we kind of got that right. But yeah, that is going to be the spreadsheet. You can call me a geek for doing that. But, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to be live. We're going to be live at 7 o'clock, guys. Do a watch-along draft watch party. If you guys want, I'm debating on doing this. Maybe when your team makes a pick, I'll drop the link, and you guys can come up and talk about your team and maybe go on a rant if your team did a bad pick. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hit like, hit subscribe. When you guys hit like and subscribe, you guys motivate me to keep doing this. Again, I had fun doing these mock drafts. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next year, I'll totally be doing this. Hopefully, next year I get a little bit more information and have more time to watch film. So that way I can give you guys much better content because you guys know I'm in school, I work, and whatnot. I don't have time to watch a lot of film. But yeah, hit like and subscribe. Guys, hit like, subscribe. Guys, motivate. Keep doing this. I'll see you tonight. Have a great day. Have a great night, depending on when you're watching this video. And I will see you at 7 o'clock for the NFL draft. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.